All eyes in Washington, of course, on Russia. They want to see what President Vladimir Putin could do next.
Yeah, the Ukrainian president says an attack could come as soon as tomorrow. Our Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor joining us live with the very latest. Jesse, all eyes really watching this and seeing what happens.
Yeah, most definitely. Good morning, Randy and Bill. The Russian Defense Ministry actually just announced that some of the units deployed along the Ukrainian border for the military drills that we've been seeing a lot of lately will be returning to their bases. But the U.S. and its allies are keeping their guard up.
There would be widespread human suffering.
State Department spokesperson Ned Price warns a full invasion into Ukraine could result in the deaths of tens of thousands of civilians and trigger a refugee crisis for millions.
An invasion, as we have said, could begin at any time.
Price stresses new Russian military forces continue to arrive at the Ukrainian border.
The forces the Russians have massed, they could launch at any point.
Following Monday's briefing with White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, Virginia Democrat Senator Mark Warner worried cyber attacks that could take out Ukraine's power grid are also imminent.
There's been a lot of speculation on a hypothetical basis, but the reality of that we could see literally in the coming days.
Senators have been working on a legislative response to Russia, but hit an impasse in negotiations. Alabama Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville said Democrats should have voted with them to sanction Russia's controversial gas pipeline.
The Senate already missed a chance to hit Putin where it hurts. Who are they more afraid of, President Biden or Putin?
Russian officials maintain President Putin is willing to negotiate, but the White House is proceeding with caution.
The path for diplomacy remains available if Russia chooses to engage constructively.
And those diplomatic efforts continue on the world stage today. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin will be meeting with his European counterparts and NATO leadership in Belgium, and Germany's chancellor plans to sit down with Putin in Moscow. Live in Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor. Back to you.
Hey, Jesse, really quick, what is the U.S. saying about Americans still in Ukraine?
Yeah, some of the U.S. troops that were deployed to Ukraine are now being repositioned elsewhere throughout Europe. That's what the Pentagon announced just yesterday. And then the State Department did officially close the U.S. Embassy, and any diplomats that do need to remain in the country for their work are being moved to Western Ukraine.